So today we're going to be replacing the dipstick handle top. So if you guys watched part 2 of the GR86 mods and upgrades video, you guys saw that I did all the Verus caps and stuff, and I realized how much that stuck out like a sore thumb after doing these. So we're going to be replacing that. Well, I just got it in the mail, and it is from Verus. As you can see here, really nice. But I ordered it from Driven Media. Great guy Kevin over there, and a bunch of guys working for him now, which is fantastic. But whoever packaged this, they were having a bad day. The paperwork inside looked like this. The bag looks just fine, or the packaging looks just fine. Everything inside was just, that's not terrible, but like the paperwork just demolished this thing. I don't know what was going on. This could, not be from Driven Media. This could be the way Verus packaged it, but this is how it came. And the paperwork looks this, I don't know, it got roughed up. But at least the product itself was in good condition. So we're going to go ahead and get the dipstick removed so we can cut off the top and get this one put on. So go ahead and snag your dipstick. And before you go heating or cutting this, you're going to want to remove this O-ring, because you're either going to torch it or cut through it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this removed. We'll get the soft jaws pulled off of the vise, and I'll get it clamped down in here so we can start heating the end of this. Okay, so we got it all mounted up in the vise and got the O-ring off. So you can, like I said, you can either use a heat gun or you can use a hacksaw. You'll cut up straight along the flat side of the dipstick up to this edge, and then you'll cut down and basically tear it off of there. But we're going to try the heating method and see how that does. And then you're in the way. Still needs a little more. Ha! So there she is. Probably give this a little time to cool off. Now we are going to be cutting basically right above this edge where it curves in. So now that we have it removed, I'm gonna let it cool down for a little bit, but we're gonna cut right before it starts that curve. And don't worry, as long as you don't cut the actual circle or hole where you still see the yellow, as long as you don't cut that, you'll be fine. This is going to allow you to line it up. This is going to set the proper height or length of the dipstick so you always get an accurate reading. So we have our little roll pin in there and our set screw and our threaded portion. So we're going to cut the end off of this now. Actually, I'm going to toss this in the vise so it doesn't leave the chat when I make this cut. Make sure I'm still lined up correctly. I got too much junk over here, man. Alright, so there she is. Now if you want, you can take a file to that, but honestly it's not going to matter because it's going to be inside of here. So basically we're going to insert it, make sure that we can line up. You can see the hole lines up right there. So now we insert this top portion, and then you're going to have your roll pin. Let me not drop this because with my flooring, it will be gone forever. You can either use a hammer or a set of pliers in order to do this. This bottom hole is for the set screw, which we'll do after we install the roll pin in this top hole. Okay, I tried it with a hammer and it just, since this was sitting on the counter, it's just easier with a pair of pliers. And then just make sure the dipstick's pushed in all the way. Okay, so I ended up switching from the hammer to a pair of pliers wrench because it started to bend, so I had to get it straightened back out. And then after I squeezed it with the pliers, I went back and I just knocked it down with the 3/32 roll punch, which just makes sure that it's flat. And then, as you can hear, it's still got some play, and that's what the set screw is for. So we'll go ahead. I was just really worried. I'm still really worried because working over top of my type of flooring, not good for small fasteners. It can fall through the flooring and it's a disaster. You will need a 1.5 millimeter or 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench, and that is going to go in the lower hole. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of Loctite on this set screw. And by a little bit, I mean way too much. And I'm going to put it on my Allen key. And then we just have it started there. We will run it down. You're basically just running it down to where you take the play out of it. Doesn't take a whole lot of torque or muscle to get that thing tight. So there, it's installed. No movement. So now we have our threaded portion, and you can either thread it in. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to apply a little bit of Loctite to it as well. And then we'll thread it into the handle until it bottoms out. And then you'll need a 2 millimeter. Just snug that up. And then I'm going to apply another drop of Loctite here. And we will thread it onto the actual dipstick. And now we have the Verus dipstick that will match the rest of the engine bay. Also, don't forget to install your O-ring that you took off of the original dipstick right there. Now we can install it. So it's as simple as that. And if you want, you can adjust that center thread before the Loctite dries. You can adjust this whichever direction you prefer. Not a big deal. I think it looks really good though. Definitely much better than the yellow that just stuck out, especially after replacing all of the other caps that we did in the engine bay with the AC, brake fluid, oil cap, windshield washer fluid, and the coolant. And that looks much better. Overall, really easy. Just be careful with that roll pin and set screw not to lose them or damage them. I had to end up straightening my roll pin back out because it slightly got angled, but I was able to straighten it out with the pliers wrench. Fantastic tool. So that is it as far as the Verus engine dipstick top. I think it would be easier if they just released a dipstick as a one piece, but it is what it is. But overall, still really happy with it. I do think it's a little expensive for what it is, that's for sure. But overall, really happy with it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it for you guys. I'll have this link down in the description as well as some of the other items that I've done so far. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.